thanks very much. And let's go straight back to those breaking developments from the Middle East. The White House says talks on a ceasefire deal in Gaza and the release of Israeli hostages are making progress. The National Security spokesman John Kirby says he thinks negotiators in Qatar are getting close to a deal. Well, let's talk live on the programme to Moshe Emilio Lavi, whose brother-in-law was taken on October the 7th by Hamas. Moshe, welcome back to the programme. Your thoughts as you hear of these developments?
We as families of hostages are trying to be cautious. We've heard these sentiments before in May, in July of this year, and we just don't want to be disappointed yet again with the failure to have a breakthrough in the negotiations. But it does seem like there are promising signals from both the current administration, the US, the upcoming administration, Trump's team, that have been in contact with families, and also from our own government. And we hope that we'll see this ending, the war ending with the release of the hostages, and provide the humanitarian relief to the Gazans.
It is suggested that this would be a three-phase plan, and phase one would include civilians and women soldiers being released in the first 45 days, with Israel moving out of city centres and a coastal road. In terms of your brother-in-law, is your hope that he would be in that first category?
Omri is unlikely to be in the first category because he's below the age of 50. And we, at least according to what we know, is not believed to be injured, so that is not in the humanitarian category. We do think every hostage held in captivity should be in the humanitarian category. After 438 days, they're all their life is at risk every second day they spend in captivity. But it seems like that if Israel and Hamas will agree on a phase deal, Omri will not be in the first round of release. We hope, and my sister Lishai, Omri's wife, has been stating that directly to the Prime Minister last week and to the media here in Israel. We really want a comprehensive deal. We need to know that the deal will ensure that every hostage is going to be released by the last stage of it, if we're going into a phase kind of an agreement.
A final twin thought. When was the last bit of information you heard about Omri, and whether you know whether he is still alive? And you mentioned that number, 438 days. That is more than 14 months. For the families like yourselves, how do you actually get through each day?
Yes, it's been tremendously difficult. I'm here in Israel with the family, seeing how my nieces, Ronnie and Alma, Omri's daughters, are growing up without him being present, talking about him, speaking to him as if he's there, but they're actually speaking to a poster of him. Even Alma, who is 1.5 years old, started speaking, and she knows who Omri is, but only a few weeks ago she asked, "Can I see him?" And she can't. So you can imagine how difficult it is to both take care of the girls and also as a family deal with the trauma of what's going on. Omri, the last time we've heard about Omri was in late April, when Hamas released a psychological warfare video featuring him. We haven't received any news about his well-being ever since, because the international community was unable to ensure that the hostages are going to be visited by the ICRC. But we haven't received any news that suggests he's not alive. The Israeli intelligence provide families with updates, and we have no reason to believe he's not with us. We hope to see him home as soon as possible, as promised to us by our own government, by the international community. And let's us hope it's going to happen this week already in an agreement.
Moshe, I know these interviews are very tough to do for all of the families, but we're grateful for your time and your